Video where I'm going to show you how we can log in into a website which is vulnerable with the SQL injection without using the correct user credentials. So before we start, make sure that you have downloaded this app which is the web inspector. If you are using the Chrome on a desktop or on the laptop, you can use the developers too, where you'll be able to inspect the HTML element. So this is the tool that we are going to use. We are not going to use the normal Chrome browser. Instead, we'll use this one. You understand why we need it, because we'll be able to inspect the HTML element. So we click there and let's go back. Just see here. Let me start this from scratch. You are going to search because you are coming here for the first time, so you might not have this. So you just search Sage Cyber space.cc. Then you can click on new. Okay, so you are going to have this page where you are going to find all these stuff. So our main focus today is on this one. You learn and practice SQL injection. So it is actually in levels. We are going to do level 1 today until we finish all the levels up to 4. So we are going to click there on new, then SQL injection, and we have this beautiful page here. This page looks nice. What we are going to do now is, as you can see, we've got the practice levels. We've got level 1, which is the weak level, level 2 medium, now level 3 strong, and level 4, which is impossible. I will actually get rid of impossible because everything made of human can be actually exploited. So our main focus will be on level 1. We are going to look at level 1 there. So let's click that one. Then we are going to have this. This one looks as a normal website login page, but we want to access it without the valid credentials, like the valid phone number and password. Imagine we don't know and want to log in. Now this can only be done on a site which is vulnerable with SQL injection. It can't work on any other site which is actually secured. And I've done a number of research and I found that a number of websites, most Zambian powered by PHP, are actually vulnerable with this attack. So here, let's try to enter some number because we don't know. It is saying now, because we can just put anything. Now this one had put a lot of restrictions or validations where you can't put things like text. You get this. Okay, let me just put on this. You get this error saying phone must only have digits or numbers. So again, when it's too short, you have this. So this one happens to have a lot of restrictions. So what we are going to do is to just put a general number, which is I think should be 10. Okay, now we can put the password. Now on the password, let's try in password. Let's log in. It fails, as you can see. We try another one. Okay, you keep on trying and you won't be able to do it. So let's now test if this site is vulnerable to SQL. So how do we do that? What we do to test is just to use a simple single quote. So we are just going to put a single quote like that. Now, as you can see, this page, if we type in, it's an input for a password. So we can change this, and this is why I actually made sure that and this is why I requested that you use the web inspector that will be able to to edit the HTML of this website. So we are going to click on that. We're going to click here. So we highlight that one. Then this means that if we click on any element, we are going to get its we are going to modify its makeup. So we are going to click there, we highlight it in red, then we tap on that button, on that input. So here I think this is why I usually emphasize that if you really want to become a web worker or whatever, you need to have the prerequisite knowledge with the HTML, JavaScript and CSS. It really helps. So for those who are familiar with the HTML, this is very simple. You know that inputs have got different types. So this one as a type of a password, now you can change it to text, or you just leave it blank. So text, if you update and also disable that one. If you now type, you'll be able to see this one. You can do a number of things. You can highlight, you can turn this into an maybe it could be a date. You can turn this into another input that you want using this same app. So you save, tap. This one is now a date input. So if you click there, you get this. You see, it is that simple. But what we want is to just leave it as a text input. So let's do that again and change this type to text. So we save, and now what we are going to do here is we disable that one. So I said if you want to test for SQL injection, you need to pass in you need to test with a single quote like that. If it brings an error, or if it takes time to bring the result, you'll be able to assume that it is actually vulnerable. So I made this one in such a way that it brings an error so that it shows exactly that it is vulnerable. So let's log in. So it is saying that password too short. So what are you going to do here? What you are going to do is to just prepend some characters for as long as there is a quote. Okay, so let's try. And now we've got these errors. So these errors are showing that this site is vulnerable to SQL injection, and it can be exploited, or you can log in without using the proper credentials. So this is what it means. So we have tested it that it is vulnerable. Now what we are going to do, since this has actually destroyed the session, so we are going to refresh it. We have just tested. Now let's refresh it and restart. So here we are going to put in some numbers and random numbers. Make sure they are on numbers. And here now we are going to put the payloads. Now here is where you need to pay attention. Let's change this one to text so that you see what we are doing. So let's put this one to text. Okay. So if you don't know anything, you are coming here for the first time, you can even click on the hint, where you'll be able to get the hint. So you get the hint. You can check. You can get the hint like this. So getting the hint here, it will show you what this one is all about. So like level 1, this is level 1. So it is saying that level 1 requires you to log in without knowing the password and phone number of the account. Both password and phone number inputs are vulnerable to SQL injection as they are not filtered in any way. So actually there are filters that we use, like MySQL escape string. That one will prevent you from this kind of vulnerability. Then you can also use HTML titles. That one also works for single quotes. So you can get this hint, then you can just go back and log in. So here we put in the number, and here let me show you what I'm typing. So let's change this one to text. Okay, it's already changed. Now we are going to enter this Classic. I mean classic because it works almost for every site which is vulnerable with SQL. So it is caught, then or 1 is equal to 1. So this is the payload hash. So this one, what you do is this hash means a comment in SQL. So this one comments everything after it and closes the statement. While this starting this code, you actually add another code whereby it is going to make the other one invalid, and also where it is saying 1 is equal to 1, 1 is always equal. So this is a Boolean attack. 1 is always equal to 1, so this one is going to be always true. So if we log in, you see we have successfully logged in without using the valid user credentials. So it's saying, "Hello, my congrats, you have this message." So I want to show you another. Let me show you another one that you can use, another payload. There are actually a lot of payloads here which are uploaded, which are just free. You can access them. I included them here for free. For these, you can access them just for free. There are a lot, even on GitHub. They are there. Yeah, they are all over the internet. Yeah, so there are so many. This one is the first one that we use. Let's also use this one. Let's try this one. Let's go back. Okay, now here we put in. Okay, so make sure you leave a space. This one doesn't work. You put a space here, then you try to log in, and you are successfully logged in. The last one I want to show you is this one. There are actually so many. You can find them on internet, as I said. So this is the last one, which is let's put n number. Then we change this so that, and now this is the last one that I'm gonna show. So it is that one order by 1, then hash. So this one should also work. See, so this is about it. So actually very simple. So if any site is actually vulnerable for SQL injection, you've tested with the same colon, you can use any of these payloads to penetrate it. Any of these, actually so many. So you can try these. Fails, another one. Now sometimes it can't show you using just, so what you just need is just to try this. No need of don't get convinced if you can't get the result with after trying with a single code, if there is no result, because some sites don't show. Yeah, actually intentionally did that so that because it's just for learning purpose. So I intentionally included the header handling. Otherwise, in another site which are still vulnerable, you won't be able to find the headers. Yeah, so in the next video we'll do the level 2, this one, medium, where I'll be able to log in where you have these obstructions, like where it is very hard for you to put, anything. So you'll be able to know you can bypass this. Then there is also level 3, this one. Yeah, so I think this is it about the video. For queries, you can leave them in the comments. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.